2015, about 3.5 years after I'd first heard about the Swiss Bionic PEMF mat, Kathy Scott asked me if I wanted to use it because I had been diagnosed with breast cancer. So I went to Kathy's home a few times. We were doing quantum touch healing seminars, and she let me use her mat, and it made a big difference to me. However, I wasn't working at the time, and it was a little bit difficult because I didn't have the funds. So I just kind of put it off, and Kathy got a hold of me again early 2015 and said, Laura, you really need one of these mats. And I said, Kathy, please, I can't think about one more thing in my life right now. The straw that breaks the camel's back might be the PEMF mat. And so she understood, and she was very classy and backed off, and I never felt any pressure. But later that year, after running out of funds, as you know, when you do things holistically, they're not covered. And so things got worse, and my lymph glands got involved, and I had 3 lymph glands that were involved with tumors the size of avocado seeds. There were 3 of them. I could hardly put my arm down. And it was really uncomfortable. So I started doing some radical things and actually used a black salve to pull the tumor out of my own chest. And that was December 26th. Last year. But before that, in September, so more than a year ago now, I was told by 3 different doctors that I was in my final days. In fact, one of them even said to me, why bother signing these insurance papers? Because the insurance isn't going to arrive in time. And you'd better get your affairs in order. Now, I weighed about 91 pounds, and quite frankly, I did look like a bit of a chicken. So. I gained back 35 pounds, I'm happy to say, because I've been using the PEMF mat for more than a year now. I phoned Kathy in December, and then by January, February, I got my funds together, mostly on my visa, and I purchased the mat, and things turned around, and I'd been looking for a job for a long time because I have lots of energy, but nobody was looking at my resume. I think it has something to do with the silver in my hair. What do you think? Anyway, what happened is, I called Kathy and I said, Kathy, I've had these doctors tell me these things, and I'm ready to buy that mat now. I mean, what did I have to lose, right? So I'm lying on the mat for about 8 to 12 weeks. And I was really confused because I hadn't found a job and I didn't have any way, quite frankly, sometimes to even pay for groceries. It was that bad. But I realized that it had been a long time since I'd put my arm down and been able to feel the lymph glands. So while I'm lying on the IMRS mat, I reached over and realized that my avocado-sized tumors in my lymph glands were the size of peanuts. And I went, oh my God, I am lying on my future. And I have at least 13 people in my life right now who have very, very serious health concerns. And so one of them is in this room tonight. His wife is desperate with fibromyalgia problems. I called him up. And I called several other people that I knew had desperate health situations in their life. And I can honestly say that month, without even trying, just telling people about my experience, I sold 13 mats. Now, I hadn't had any income source for more than 5 years because I broke my back in 2007 in a skiing accident. So for an adrenaline junkie to be in a hospital bed and in recovery for 3.5 years, and then with all the morphine that I've been taking and all the other medications to develop breast cancer, and no funds since 2007, this was a pretty amazing experience. So I also reached out to a couple of other people that I knew needed funds in their life. And I'm happy to say that they're all doing really well. I'm very proud of them, they've worked really hard. And frankly, Kathy, I'm sorry I haven't been able to put in the effort because I've had a lot of setbacks in the last month, and I want to tell you this for your own good, really. It's all happy stuff, but about 5 weeks ago, Barb, where's Barb? About 5 weeks ago, we were having a meeting. It was an 11.5-hour meeting. There were 2 computer screens there and 3 cell phones. And I kept feeling pain, but I just thought, ignore it. You can do this. You're strong. But by the end of the evening, looking in the mirror, and it's hard not to see because I have a wound that's about 3 inches round and 2 inches deep on my chest. It was completely burnt like roast beef. It was charcoal. I took pictures of it, and if I showed you, you'd be horrified. But it's starting to come back because of PEMF mat. And thanks to Kathy, and thanks to Wolfgang, for putting us together, this incredible technology that is the reason I'm standing here 35 pounds heavier than I was more than a year ago, and being told that I was in my final days and to get my affairs in order. And I cannot wait to be on a stage filled with 3,000 women, being a spokesperson for natural healing. And I believe PEMF is a great way to go, because I know that it's a big reason why I'm standing here tonight. And with that, I've been given the privilege of introducing Kathy, and I want to congratulate Kathy and Paul, because they won an amazing contest, and Kathy will tell you about it. Kathy and Paul won the Pedal to the Metal contest, and I'm happy to introduce her tonight. And Kathy, again, was the one who sponsored me into the business, so thank you again, Kathy.